Hi guys, today we're going to be going over the diamond collector problem. So let's get started. So Bessie the cow has always been a fan of shiny objects and has taken up the hobby of mining diamonds and has collected N diamonds of varying sizes, and now she wants to arrange some of them in a display case. Since Bessie wants the diamonds in the case to be relatively similar in size, she decides that she will not include two diamonds in the case if their sizes differ by more than k. And so we're going to be given k later. And it's up to k, so it's inclusive. So if it's more than k, we won't include them, but if it's exactly k, then we can include it. So given k, we need to determine how many diamonds we can display in the case, in the maximum number. So in the input, basically we're given n and then we're given k, right? As you can see right here. And so the next n lines contains an integer giving the size of one of the diamonds. And all sizes will be positive and not exceed 10,000. And for the output, you need to output a single positive integer telling the maximum number of diamonds that Bessie can showcase. So here we get 5 diamonds and the maximum difference is 3. So if we start off with 1, right, we can also display the diamond 4 because they differ by exactly 3. So that's 2 diamonds. We can also display 3 because 3 minus 1 is 2, right? And we can also display 1. So in total, the maximum number of diamonds we can display is 4. So now we can get started on the programming section. So as you can see, we have the initialize and solve methods, and we have our main method that calls both of them. We have our static variables. We have bufferedReader in and printWriter out. We have two static integers, n and k, which were referenced in the explanation. And then we have nums, which is an array list of integer, and it's going to hold the diamond sizes. So we're basically here, we're just creating the in and out, and then we're calling init and solve, and then we're closing the in and out. And then in the initialize method, we create a string tokenizer and then we take in n and k and then we instantiate nums. And then basically for every single diamond, every single diamond size, we are going to add that to the nums array list. And we're doing that in this line. And then on the next line, what we do is collections.sort nums, which will sort the nums array list, and it's just going to make it so that the list is in ascending order. So for example, with the input that we have, the sorted input would look something like 1, 1, 3, 4, 6. So it'd be 1, 1, 3, 4, 6. And yeah, now we have the solve method. In the solve method, we're going to create a variable called max size, which is just going to hold the answer, which is, remember, it's the maximum amount of diamonds we can display in the case. And so in order to find the maximum size, what we're going to do is run a nested for loop and a regular for loop, right? So we have this for loop going from 0 to n, and then this one is going to go from I plus 1 to n. And what's going to happen is we're going to determine the number of diamonds that we have right now, and then we're going to determine if the size is properly formatted. So it says if a minus I is greater than max size, right? So that's just checking if we have a new winner, basically, because we don't, if we have like a basically like if we have 2 diamonds, but we already have like 2 other diamonds that work, we don't really need to necessarily change max size. But if we have 3, we basically have a new winner. So that's just checking the size portion, and then here we're checking um, the actual size of the diamonds, not the size of the, I guess, like the sub array. So basically it's checking like if the last one here is minus the first one is less than or equal to k, then we're good. So remember that our array list is sorted now, so we can do these types of things. And doing this will basically allow us to make sure that we're not exceeding k. So 3 minus 1 is 2, which is less than or equal to k. And 4 as well, 4 minus 1 is exactly k. However, 6 minus 1 is 5, which is above k. and k is, remember, it's going to be 3 in this problem. And so it's just going to stop here and it's going to display max size plus 1. Now you might be confused why it's displaying max size plus 1. And that's actually because when we set the new max size here, what we're doing is we're going to take the last number and the first number and subtract their indexes and set that equal to max size. So it would be 0, 1, 2, 3. 3 minus 0 is 3, right? But obviously we have 4 numbers, we don't have 3 numbers. So we can just do plus 1 here to get rid of that, right? It's not a big deal. And now we can go ahead and submit our problem. And as you guys can see, we pass all of the test cases. So that's the diamond collector problem. This is a complete search problem. And if you guys have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments. And thank you for watching.